Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I post art and lifestyle content. And today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips to help you narrow down and figure out what college or university you should go to. If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. But no one likes long introductions, so let's get on with the video. Okay, so my first tip seems kind of obvious, but you're going to want to tour the campus. By touring the campus, you're going to see a lot of things that maybe you wouldn't have noticed before. For me personally, I really liked this one college, and I knew it was small, but I didn't know how small it was until I actually toured the campus. And I realized that it just wasn't a good fit. So you're going to want to tour the campus, ask as many questions as you can, because they're going to give you a lot of information. So you're going to want to try to remember it, write it down, retain it, and it's just really helpful. By being there on campus, you're going to get a feel for what your college life would be like. You're going to see the buildings that you would normally be in, the food places you're going to eat at, the dorms, and it's just good to see what it would be like in person. You might go to college and be like,
okay.
If going in person is not the option, it's too far, or you just don't have time, then I would recommend looking at a virtual tour. It's not the same, but it's still gonna help you a little bit more than just seeing pictures. My second tip for you is to collect all of the information that you can. Figure out what scholarships you can get, how much you need your grades to improve to get those scholarships, obviously what the tuition is, and everything that you need to know. You also want to figure out if you can even get into the college with your grades, because it's kind of a big deal, just a little.
No.
Yeah. And you want to find out if it's test optional or if you need an SAT or ACT score. These things are really important, especially as you're continuing in high school, to just have these in the back of your mind. Even figuring out things that you'll do while you're not in school, like what clubs they have, what activities. Is the nearest store close, or are you going to have to bring your car on campus? If you can have a car on campus as a freshman, all of these things are really important, and you might not think of them, but you need to know. My third helpful tip is write a pros and cons list. I know that might sound cheesy, but actually writing things out and being able to read it is going to be helpful for you. Seeing things written on paper is going to help you differentiate between what college or what university you might want to go to. My next tip is going to go with the last one, but while looking at the pros and cons list, figure out what's important to you. Is the tuition the most important? Look at that. Maybe the location is really important. For me, I don't want to be super far from my parents because I'm close to them, so I don't want a college that's going to be 10 hours away. Maybe you've grown up in a cold area and now you want to go to somewhere that's hotter. If that's important, then you need to make sure you look at that. This is a place that you're going to be living at for 9 months out of 12, so you're going to want to make sure that you're comfortable. Another big thing you're going to want to look at is, do they have your major? There's one college I was looking at and I was really interested, but I saw that one of the majors that I might pursue, they didn't necessarily have. But after asking questions, I found out that I could take a minor and it'll work out. But you want to make sure they have your major because that's why you're going to college. You're also gonna, if you have a religious affiliation, then, maybe look into a private school. I was looking at Christian colleges, but instead I'm gonna decide to go to a public one, but I made sure that they had Christian clubs for me to get plugged into. If you're into sports or you're trying to get an athletic scholarship, that's gonna be another big thing. If you wanna go to a D1 school, then that's another one to look out for. My fifth and final tip is talk with your parents or a trusted guardian, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to be helping you with your tuition. So getting their opinion and what they think is really helpful. They're going to know you and you know yourself, but talking about it and looking at your pros and cons list with them will help you to decide what college you want to go to. Just take a step back, let them give their opinions, and just really think about it. I also want to say that if you don't get into the college that you want, life isn't over. It's not the end of the world, especially with where our world and economy is going. College isn't always gonna be necessary for a successful life. So don't get discouraged, keep looking, and I hope that you will find the right college for you. If you liked this video or found it helpful, please consider subscribing and pressing that like button down below.